I've been thinking a lot about making and keeping friends. In some ways, this video is a response to Friday's last video about community. And I guess you could say the question is, how do you form community? When I was at Wheatstone and in other places, I've had to figure out, how do you start a community from nowhere? What do you do to carve out a place to live in when you don't already belong? In some ways, that question is, what do you do to make people like you? How do you earn friends? But what I realized is that your intellect, or my intellect, isn't a kind of currency that earns you friends. What I think I'm seeing now is that you don't earn friends at all. See, on Monday, I got to hang out with some of my old friends that I grew up with, and it was such a crazy, wonderful thing to have this sense of belonging with them. I was just struck by how, because we shared a common history, because we had so many experiences in common, and we just done so many things, it was like a membership. And there were times when I was talking with one of my friends, we'd be talking about something that was really exciting to me, and I would kind of stop and just try to capture it and try to hold it, almost wanting to give a speech or to tell her all of the things I'd been thinking about that idea. And I was kind of wondering, is it annoying? Is it a good idea? How do I tell things? How do I catch up with people I haven't seen for a while? But because of the sense of acceptance and belonging I had, whatever I did or whatever I said wasn't based on preserving my status or my security in a friendship, but rather speaking to please God and thinking, well, would it be beneficial or would it build her up? So I think that when you're in a community where you feel secure, it makes it a lot easier to relate directly to God and to not do things just so that you can stay liked. But something I also notice is that when you feel like you're firmly situated inside a group of people and you're well liked, you know almost everybody you see, subconsciously I end up thinking, oh, they like me because I'm an interesting person, because I have good thoughts to share, because they like talking to me. And while maybe all of those things are true, I never got those friends because of the good that I have within myself. And especially not with the group of friends that I grew up with. Because we were homeschooled together, we went to the same events, we went to the same classes, I didn't choose my friends. It was just that we lived in the same area, and our parents got together in a homeschool group. Once you're lifted out of that sense of comfort within your community and put into somewhere like a camp where you don't know that many people and where you feel like you don't belong, I think it humbles you. It helps me see how little I have to offer. It lowers me from my pride. But then I wonder, how do you get a place of belonging? If it's not about me proving myself or earning friends, what is it about? Maybe the only way you can get that kind of community is to have an identity that is shared. And sometimes that's a physical place, sometimes it's the ties you get by being actually related. But the most unchanging connection to other people is a shared identity that we have in Christ. Maybe it's only by dwelling in God that we can ever belong. I'm reminded of the lyric from the Abbott Brothers song, The Ballad of Love and Hate, where they sing, I'm yours and that's it, forever.